Hello, happy Wednesday, friends. It's Totally Dazzled Wednesday and European Excellency Wednesday. Kathy at Royal Funky Junk coming to you. How is everybody? Hi, Susan. I'm just pulling everybody up on my iPad. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Ohio, and it's like maybe 50 degrees today. Hey, Diana. So we're going to make over this cute little hot air balloon craft that I found at the Goodwill a couple weeks ago. I'm going to give it a little makeover with some bling and sparkle, of course, and some European Excellency. Did I say that or did I say essential stencil? Jeez. Some wet transfers, and we're going to be using the ones that are called Be Mine. I'm going to give the basket down here a little makeover. Let me pull you up on my iPad. Hi, Jacqueline. Hey, Linda. Oh, there we go. I'm right here. Hey, Vancy. Hey, Katie. Hey, Debbie, Ruby, and Angie, and Sheila, and Vivian. Oh, no, Vivian, I'm so sorry. That is so hard. I've been there before. I know what it feels like. I'm sorry. I'm praying for you. But you'll see them again one day at the Rainbow Bridge. That I feel confident in saying. Hey, Debbie. So this is just, it's metal. It's a little wall hanging. I don't know. I thought it was cute. I don't like the colors, but same weather exactly, Louise. I thought this would be cute. So my plan for this is to, I don't know. I think I'm going to keep this black. I think I'm going to paint this gold. I think up here we're going to do checks. I got my Posca pens. We're going to paint it. We're going to add some bling. And then we're going to put these florals, these ones, down here on the basket. And then maybe add some gold accents. And then, of course, it's going to get rhinestones. But I was going to do checks here in the middle. And then, Vicki, your book came today. Yay! And then we're going to do stripes over here with some polka dots. Now, we'll get to the book later. But, you guys, I got the paperback of Once Upon a Sparkle, The Tacky Tales of Royal Funky Jug in the mail yesterday. There's all my fun stories from 2025 are in here. Comes in paperback and hardcover. And there is some filler pages in the hardcover because I had to have so many pages to get it. So there's this little filler pages you can journal in, whatever you want to do. But paperback, hard book. I am, and I hope Agnieszka's okay with this. I don't think she'll care. But during this live, I'm going to pick 3 winners to receive a signed copy by yours truly in, of course, pink Sharpie. Okay, so we'll do that. And I'm going to give 3 of my hardcover books away for somebody special. Hi, Judith. I don't have any more of these transfers. I did make this t-shirt, my little sloth. This is the only if I see another sloth, you can bet your bottom dollar I will be getting it. So thank you everybody for being here. I am cross-posting to European Excellency and Totally Dazzled as well. Vicki, if you've read my stories, I don't want to say they're for children. Hey, Lisa at the Junk Wench. It's got some references in there that are going to be for more of a young adult. There's no swearing or anything like that, but some funny little things. If you guys know, you know, Fancy and Fonzie run the Flame and Glow for swingers, you know. So is it for young children? No, but there's pictures and stories in there. Pick and choose which ones you want to read. Some of them are very kid friendly. Some of them, yeah. I know, I'm so excited. Yeah, so I'll be doing some giveys, and then I've got, you know, probably do some more on the auction that are signed. Thank you, Patricia. It's exciting. It is. So we're going to pick some winners today. I don't think that Agnieszka would mind. Thank you. And if you guys want to go purchase it, look at it over on Amazon, you can do !book all one word, no spaces, in the comments, and it'll drop you a link, or it's on the top of my link tree. So you guys want to make me a famous author and we'll do book tours, you got to go buy the book. And please, if you do have a book, please go on Amazon and leave a review. Thank you. Judith, if I ever get more in, I will let you know for sure. But right now, this is the only one I've ever seen. So I will ask the girl that I get a lot of my transfers from if she can get any sloths in. Hey, Colleen. Hey, Natalie. So anyhow, we're going to get started. And if you're watching on European Excellency or Totally Dazzled page, just know that you can only use the chat bot, the exclamation point book, exclamation point transfer, exclamation point bling is only good on the Funky Junk page. Hey, Debbie. Thank you, Alexandria. I hope you guys enjoy it. Everybody who has got one says they love it. So thank you so much. That book would not be possible without all of you because we build those stories together, as you know. So I am going to paint all of this white. I still don't know about down here. I think I'm just going to do the fronts white, but I'm going to leave everything else black. Sorry I was not live yesterday. I really had every intention of going live yesterday, but you know what I did yesterday instead? I had to do adulting things yesterday. And the things that I adulted on consisted of going to the office, and I had to do tax stuff. It's almost April 15th, y'all. Get your taxes done. So I spent a couple hours at the office submitting all that stuff to the accountant. I needed the big scanner. All that just good, you know what it, and I had to do my company, I had to do me and Mike's personal, I had to do CNC, I had to do advanced racing, I had to do all the things. So anyway, we're gonna use some white paint, okay? I'm gonna use some white paint. Don't know what kind of white paint just yet. Thinking maybe I'll just use this, just acrylic paint. Hi, Rhonda. Happy Wednesday, Jeanette. All right, so we're just going to use some white paint. You guys, Jack is doing much better. I know I was in my private group on Monday. Jack was sick like all of last week. I was starting to get a little bit worried, okay? I was in full mama mode, and he was running a fever like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I could not get his fever down. I was like so upset. And then finally, I talked to a friend of the family who's a doctor, and he's like, give him a shot of cortisone. Gave me a shot of cortisone, and boy, oh boy, within about 6 hours, he was like, why didn't you give that to me 5 days ago? Now he's back to normal, and he's feeling good. So I know, I hate to be an adult, especially when it comes to anything with taxes or finances, like doing the books, because it literally makes me feel like I'm at my job. I hate it. Hi, Heidi Levy. Pick red. You love red. No, I'm not doing red. I'm doing black and white checks. I'm going to go... I hate painting red on anything, and I don't have a red Posca pen. I know. Scan, snap, scans both fields. True like fax machine. Marcy, I have too many papers to do it. I have an app that scans, but can I tell you, I can't because there's just, it's too much. I have way too much, like, it's amazing I can stay as organized as I do. Especially with like Mike's companies, it's I can't do it. I have to have the big scanner machine. I have to make copies because some things come in weird and wonky and bent, and So anyway, I had to make do. So that's what I did. And then Michael was going crazy. It's really something to see my husband at the office, and what that man does in a day at the office. So I forced him to go to lunch. No, Roni, you can't get those at the pharmacy. I get them from our doctor. World of difference. Yeah, so I forced him to go to lunch with me yesterday. Yes, much, much, much better. So that makes this mama's heart happy because, I don't like it when my kids are sick. And then, I was starting to get worried because I took him to urgent care on Friday, and the doctor brought up meningitis, and I was like freaking out, like, oh my God. So I could not get that kid's fever down, you know, for nothing. Tylenol and Motrin seemed to help, but then as soon as that was wearing off, it was coming back. So we had to cancel Easter. I hope everybody had an amazing Easter. We had to cancel Easter. I was hosting Easter, and we ended up having to cancel it because I didn't know what Jack had, some kind of viral. Obviously, he tested negative for COVID and A, B, flu, tested negative for strep. The only thing they didn't test him for was RSV, but his lungs were clear. So I couldn't afford to have my parents here, you know, so I chose to cancel Easter. And then Mike and I ended up just going to my parents later Easter afternoon. So Mike's kids went to their mom's, and then Sam came home for the day. So it was me, Mike, Sam, and Jack for Easter, and then Mike and I went to my parents and dropped them off some food. But yeah, hi Gail. So yeah, it was a good Easter. It was a little bit different Easter, but it still was good. So anyway, I hope you guys all had. I don't know, Marcy. They didn't test him for mono. Robin, you love the book. Thank you guys for purchasing the book. And please, if you have the book, please make sure you go and leave a review on Amazon. Those really help push the book out there. And I hope that you guys take that minute it takes to go leave a review. I usually don't ask for a lot, but for that, I'm asking now. Tanya, you love it? I'm so glad. You guys can do exclamation point book. You got the same thing. Meaning the same sickness. I don't know when it was, but it took about 5 days. I mean, it's crazy. But I'm glad he's doing better. And then he went back to practice yesterday or the day before, and he sprained his ankle. Mild sprained ankle. I'm like, see, you should have stayed home. So, but he's got a big game coming up. He's got a game tomorrow, a game Friday against their rival. I was inspired with the mermaid and all the crabs left come. You name it, and I will have to see a patient. Yes, Bernice, please send me a picture. Hi, Betty. Hi, Lou. I think this is going to be cute. This has been sitting on my floor for quite a few weeks, and I keep pulling it out. Faith Ann, it's exclamation point book. All one word, no spaces. And the chat bot will drop you a link. You got it. Yeah, it took about a week to come in, I want to say. But don't forget, I am going to pick 3 winners today. Should we pick our first one now? Because I'm going to pick a winner now. I'm giving away a signed copy. I'm going to sign it right while I'm live. Let's see. I need a piece of paper. Linda, I am giving away some books that I will be signing, but I do not print the books. I do not house the books, so therefore they are not signed. But however, if you ever wanted me to sign the book, you can send it to me and I will sign it for you. Or wait until you meet me one day. Thank you, Belinda. Let's do one right now. I'm going to do this one. I'm just going to take some time. Where's my pink Sharpie? And we're going to do our first giveaway. Where do you sign a book at? I don't want to break the binding, so I'm just going to open it up here. I think I'm just going to sign on this page right here. Ready? Right by my name in hot pink Sharpie. There we go. There's the first one. And I'm just going to scroll through comments. It is like a rack. Yes, it's like a coat rack maybe. So we're going to scroll through some comments. If you already bought a book and you don't want to, get it, you want to pay it forward, you can. First one is going to Patricia Sasser. Patricia Sasser. You got book number 1. Congratulations, my friend. Okay, that's the first little givey we're doing tonight. Today, looks like 3 big light balls. Looking at this, look at, here you go. It's like they're little hot air balloons. There's the basket. I think I'm going to paint those white too. Hey, Carrie. Heidi, I got this at, hey Cheryl, I got this at the Goodwill. The Goodwill. All right, so I am just going to paint the front of the baskets, okay? Lisa, did you ever get the stuff I mailed you? I still have to do the mold for you, but I did send the other stuff. So tomorrow, Lisa, while you're on here, I have a live tomorrow with Reba Rose. Supposed to be at 2 o'clock, but however, I'm getting my nails done at 1:30, so I think I'm going to go on earlier, if that's okay. I think I'm going to go early because I get my nails done at 1:30, and then Jack has a game at 5, about a half hour away. So I think I won't have enough time after my nails to come home and do a live. So I was thinking maybe I would jump on a little bit early. I'm thinking maybe like 11:30, 12. That's okay. Hi, Peggy. This going in your beach house, or are you going to get? I am going to sell this one probably. Elizabeth, you can do exclamation point book. It's called Once Upon a Sparkle. The Tacky Tales of Royal Funky Junk. If you're in the comments, you can do exclamation point book and it'll drop you. It's for sale on Amazon. Amazon is publishing it. And it's all my stories and crafts from 2025. And they're all together in one book. I will make another book next year for 2026 stories. Yes, I'm doing 3 giveaways today. Oh, good. Okay. Patricia, congratulations. What's up, Lisa Lowe? I think this is going to be cute. It's going to need another coat of white paint. Maybe I should have used primer, but we'll see how this looks. It's going to get some Totally Dazzled bling. It's going to get some, hey Karen, it's going to get some, what else? European Excellency wet transfers. A little whimsical vibe, and I'm hoping we can get through this with just 2 coats of paint. This is on metal. I did not prime it, y'all. I'm using regular acrylic paint from Crafter's Collection. Lynn, really? Nope, I'm not going to do jute around the baskets. Believe it or not, I am going to. Nikki, I am? Yay. No, I didn't get any mail so far. I did get the mail today, but there was nothing in there but junk. I didn't even get like a bill in the mail today, believe it or not. It's just all junk mail. Thank you, Robin. I'm excited too. I love the books. I keep carrying them around all over my house with me, like I'm excited. Like I want to show everybody. They're too fun. And it's a great way for everybody to see all the stories, because I know Facebook doesn't push it out. You know, some of y'all miss the stories if you don't see all the daily posts and that I put out there. So this is a great way. They're all in one place. I think I might need to do 3 coats on these. And I was so excited for mine. And they actually turned out really, really nice. So anyway, what else is going on? What else did I want to tell you guys? I shared a post this morning. A very good friend of mine, she is a creator. I'm not going to say names. I don't know if she wants me to say who it is, but somebody that I deal with a lot. I am an affiliate for her, and her nephew is missing since March 31st. I did do a post on it. He's 15 years old, from Utah. You can Google it. Please go and share that post. I usually don't ask you guys to do a whole lot of sharing, but please go share that, because the more eyeballs that we can get on him, maybe somebody will know something. I did also in the comments link an article that came out today in regards to that. They have some pictures of the people he was seen getting with in their car. I'm hoping we can bring him home. It's awful. And please don't be negative in the comments. Somebody was already in there saying, well, maybe he, you know, home is why he's running away. It's like, not the time, not the place, people. Let's focus on the task at hand. Somebody's child is missing. You know, we don't need to speculate about why, the whys of it. Let's just get somebody's kid home. Do you know what I mean? Like, leave your nasty comments elsewhere. His family's frightened, and I figured I could use my platform because I have followers and fans and sparkle chicks all across the globe. And, you know, if he's moving east or wherever they're at, then, you know, there's pictures out there. Maybe we can get some eyeballs and get some answers. So we all need to pitch in and not speculate as to the why. I know it's scary. Like, me as a mother, maybe that person who wrote that isn't a mom. I don't know. Or just somebody with empathy, because, you know, that's horrifying. So much tragedy. He's from Utah. So they're out in Utah, and that's where he went missing, in Utah. And I know I have a lot of followers out west. I guess they were seen heading east towards Colorado. But just go back on my timeline. You'll see it there. Just keep your eyeballs open, you know. Hey, Dewana. I would be hysterical. Dewana, do you love it? No, Cynthia, that's actually from somebody that I deal with in the craft. She's part of the crafting community. I don't know if she's putting it out there publicly who she is, but somebody that you all know and love. You're familiar with the product they carry, and I'm just sharing it across my platform because it's a big platform and it reaches far and wide. Don't know why he went missing. That's not for us to decipher, but, you know, his parents and his family are desperately looking for him. Sandy, you do? I didn't know that. So, just please go share it. Keep your eyeballs peeled. You never know where they might turn up. There's even a picture of the car he was seen getting into and all that. Lisa, my son's doing good. He lost, Sam's very good friends with some kids at school, and their roommate, he only met the boy once, their roommate tragically took his own life last Friday, and they're all going to the funeral tomorrow. It's really, really, really sad. Very, very, very sad. Love the extra pages to make notes. Yeah, Dewana, I really, really wanted it to be offered in both paperback and hardcover. So the only way I could get that hardcover was to add those filler pages in there. Yeah, and that's what we do. That's what, you know, the kind of community that we have here, that's what we do. I know, Alexandria, people can go stub their toe. I don't get it. All right, I'm going to do one more coat of white on the balloons just because it just looks a little bit. I just want to do one more, and I think that will be perfect. Yeah, I think 3 coats. Now, I could have used a primer, but I'm a rule breaker. I didn't. I should have. Probably would have only taken 2 coats. So I'm just going to spend a couple more minutes doing a 3rd coat. How many of you all have been in a hot air balloon? Anybody? I don't know that I would. I watch too much crap on TV, and I'd be afraid. I'd be afraid. You can get my book. It's at the top of my link tree. You can do !book, and the chatbot will drop you a link. The chatbot will drop you a link. You love hot air balloons. Carol, you received your book yesterday. Yay, I'm so excited. I hope you guys love it. And please, I know I said this in the beginning, please go and leave it a review on Amazon because that really helps push it out there. You guys want me to do book tours, it's got to go out there. Got to get some. No, that will not peel. No, it shouldn't. Look at me. It shouldn't. You were on your 60th. Good for you. I mean, I like looking at the hot air balloons. Sometimes we see them because we're kind of in the rural, and sometimes we see them floating around. People, you can see them. People will be flying over our house in them. Do I want to be in one? No. It's a little too Dorothy for me. If you know what I mean. A little too Oz. You have, Lynn? I would be afraid. I watch too many stories. I don't know what Totally Dazzled Bling we're going to put on here, but speaking of Totally Dazzled Bling, y'all, what a Moruvian I am. I wanted to keep those black. I'm a chicken to go. Yeah, me too. I would have done it when I was younger. Speaking of Totally Dazzled Bling, y'all, the Ultimate Rhinestone Applicator Packs kit, the Ultimate Rhinestone Applicator Kit, is back in stock at Totally Dazzled. So you can do exclamation point bling. And if you want to play around with the transfers, you can do exclamation point transfer. But yes, so the bling is coming back. Totally Dazzled is getting their groove back. I'm so excited. But I did see where the Ultimate Rhinestone Applicator Kits are now back in stock. So if you have to have one and you weren't able to get one before, now is your chance to get it again. Everything you need to rhinestone your life away, like me. If you like the sparkle and bling as much as I do, go get yourself a kit. Comes with rhinestones, the picker pens, replacement tips, glue, the heat tool. And speaking of heat, I gotta turn my heat off. Hey, Brenda. Come to New Mexico and go to Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. Oh, I bet that would be amazing, Gloria. Oh, Rhonda, that's awesome. Oh, I love that. Turn my heater off. I'm starting to get hot. I gotta open the window. Okay. Skydiving. Are you cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, Lisa Furtado? Never in a gajillion years. I know a guy that did that. Not for me. I'm sure it was beautiful. In grade school, going up in more like 20 feet. I think I could go like 20 feet just to see what it's like inside of one, but do I want to do one? Do I want to be in one? Absolutely not. Gloria, I'll have to look. I'm going to turn my fan on. I'm getting hot. Good. I can go in an airplane. I couldn't skydive though. Like literally, you're going to ask me to jump out of an airplane. There's no way in God's green earth that I would ever do that. God bless the people that do it. My husband probably would. He's got that adrenaline. He's an adrenaline junkie. Couldn't do it. Oh yeah, Mike leaves actually today. Mike leaves today for North Carolina. He's got a race coming up in Milan. No, that's Michigan. The lot. You can barely get used. No, I can go on an airplane. I think the more I fly, the better off. The better off I get used to it, you know. You want to skydive, Tina? Yay, Ellen. Skydiving is under. What is wrong with you ladies? Skydiving? I mean, I want to go to Italy. I want to go to Scotland. I want to do fun things. I don't want to throw myself out of an airplane. Guess who's calling me? My husband. He calls every Wednesday. In this situation, I know there's whatever it might be. Oh, that sounds fun, Tanya. That sounds interesting. Did you get that? I did, Mandy. Right, Leanne? That's how Leanne, I was like, no, don't think. Oh, Vivian, you bought the Pentart Moss Effect. You're going to love it. I already shipped out Fiona. Fiona, the Fix-It Fairy, is already on her way. It's probably arriving today to Miss Shelley Stackliness, who won that. Okay, so here we go. This is our hot air balloons. Now, I'm going to check the middle, and we're going to stripe the sides, okay? Jared called you at the Masters. Oh, I know. Sam told me you can't take your phone in there. God put me on this earth for, right? I would love to go to Italy. I like keeping my feet firmly on the ground. Okay, so what I did is I grabbed my black Posca pens, and I'm gonna use the like stripes in the. Let's see what the tips look like on these. I pulled out 3 different sizes. You can live vicariously through your brother. Yeah, Mike is going crazy. Like, seeing him at the shop yesterday working, like, it's so funny to see him in boss mode, you know? But, all right, I'm going to use the smaller one, okay? It's like a smaller tip. I'm going to put my glasses on, and I'm just going to, this is going to be the trickier one. This one I'm just doing in stripes, okay? So I'm just going to follow. I'm just going to follow the lines that are already on here, okay? Learning to fly a plane. My husband is a pilot, and see how this works. We just sold our airplane, and my husband's the kind of guy, it's like he's an adrenaline junkie. His dream is to literally fly an F-16 fighter jet. Like, I'm gonna have to do that one of these days. You can buy like packages down in Florida where he can be like an F-16. So see how I did that? That's all I'm doing. I don't want anybody jumping with me. I have like claustrophobia. So if like, even when I'm in a swimming pool, and I'm a strong swimmer, but even in a swimming pool, shite the bed, Fred. I just screwed that one up. We're gonna have to see if we can fix that one. I'll have to make that a black one. It's the only way it's gonna work. Just don't want to screw up another one. I forgot what I was saying. Trying not to talk too much here because I'm getting screwed up. Hi, Amelia. The only thing my husband doesn't like to do is boat. We don't like anything on the water. Okay, so I got that one done. Now I got to do the middle one. So these are going to be striped. Black and white. I'm just doing black and white. And this one is going to be checked. Okay. And right now we're just getting our base all set to go. These are the fun things I like to look for when I am thrifting, because it had a fun shape. I wasn't crazy about the colors, but this is something that you can turn it into something really cute and whimsical. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Oops. Okay, so now I guess because I screwed up this line here, we're going to create this one black, this one's going to be black, this one's going to be black, okay? And we're going to do the same thing. Or do I make these different? White, black, white, black, white, black, white, black, black, black. Okay. And now I am going to, I think I'm actually going to use, let me see. I don't know if I want to use Posca pens because I think these are, I could use a Posca pen for the whole thing. But I honestly think I'm going to use, because these are like kind of small, I think I'm going to go ahead and use, like enamel paint. Because I think it'll go on just as smoothly. My enamel paint is pretty good coverage. And, where is my enamel? It's in here somewhere. Maybe it's over here. This is just glass paint, but it's kind of the same. There it is. Okay. Denise Monto, you're alive there, sugar booger. You're not watching a replay. Okay. Picks. All right. So I'm just going to grab a brush, and I think what I'm going to do is just see how that works. And I think I can move pretty quickly and get just as much coverage without using a Posca pen. Now, for the checked one, I'll probably use a Posca pen, because that's going to require a little bit different of a technique to paint the checks. And I think the Posca pen is going to be easier for that application. But for these striped ones, I think we'll get through it quicker just by using a brush. I was at Hobby Lobby the other day. I should have grabbed more brushes. My brushes are getting kind of raunchy. Isn't this cute? See how much you can do, transform. And of course, this is going to get so much bling because, you know, it's what I do. Now over here where it gets a little tight, I'm just trying to use the side of my brush. Okay. Now I'm going to go over where I used the Posca pen. Superty duperty cute. Okay, now we're going to do the middle ones. And this is why I edged my, or marked off which ones I was coloring, so there is no guesswork. If I missed your comment, I'm sorry, but don't have no eyeballs at the top of my head. Cruise ship, we're in Maui. Oh, Alice, how wonderful. Maui. Amazing. Never been to Hawaii. Do you guys want to know what show I've been binging the last 3 nights? And I'm absolutely loving it. It's so cute. I've been watching Virgin River at the bequest of all of you because I kept seeing that pop up. I did try to watch it a couple years ago, and I don't know why we didn't like it or why I couldn't get into it for whatever reason, because I love it so much. And I think he is so damn good looking. My husband laughs at me because I was like, oh, he's so yummy. Whoever that actor is, I don't know who that actor is in real life, what his name is called, but he's so stinking cute. And it kind of gives me, it's like a feel-good show. It's a little janky at times, I won't lie, but it kind of reminds me of that show that I watched a few years ago called The Good Witch. Did you guys ever watch The Good Witch? Doesn't it kind of give you vibes of like The Good Witch? But I think it's a cute story. It's a clean family show. There's no swearing. There's no grossness about it. It's something you could watch with your kids. You know, it's not gory or vile. And it's just a great little love story. I'm kind of digging it. And I just started last night, season 2. Look at y'all. Doesn't it look so much better already? I am watching Marshall's. I have to get caught up on Marshall's. I did not watch that. What is that, on Friday nights? I did not watch that on Friday. I need to. And I think the new Dutton one with Rip and Beth is coming out. I'm not sure when. Michael's not a fan of Marshall's. I loved The Good Witch too. Again, a little janky, but just a good story. Virgin River, what first came? Yeah, I didn't like it at first either. I didn't care for it, Arlene. Now I'm loving it. Thank you, Sandra. Please make sure, if you guys get the book, go leave me a review on Amazon. I get tickled pink when I read your reviews, and so far, the last I checked, there was only one. And that will help it get out there. So yeah, guys, I think tomorrow I'm going to go on a little bit early because, like I said, I have an appointment at 1:30 and Jack's got a game, I believe, at 5. Doesn't it look so good? Okay. You got to be careful towards like the top. I'm kind of using like the skinny side of my brush because I don't want to get anything. I don't want to get paint where it doesn't belong. Okay. I'm just trying to be super careful where they touch up there. I know, I think I'm too behind on Marshall's myself too. And I think it's finally getting nice here, so when it starts to get nicer, I try to be outside more, and I think we're finally done with the snow. Looks so pretty. Okay. All right, we got one more little section here. Anytime anytime I see something like this, I feel like it has to be stripes or checked, kind of like a pumpkin. You just go with the shape of the balloon. I didn't want to try to fight it. I thought about maybe doing harlequins over here, and I'm like, you know, just go with it. Go with what's already on there, because it's like an easy grid or easy spacing. It's not like a tiny little balloon. So I just kind of kept going back and forth in my head what to do. I think this is going to be cute. Now the middle part, I'm going to have to draw it out with a pencil first, because I think that's going to be trickier. I'm not like a pro checker. I am no Debbie Rigg by any means, but I can do simple checks. I think I can do it. Okay. See, one coat is all that was needed. I did use gloss enamel on the black. Look at how stinking cute this is going to be. I couldn't, because I screwed up here making my lines, and I had to make this one black. I took my marker way into it, so I really didn't have a choice there. Again, that's just kind of like, that's kind of like the stuff you have to do if you make a boo-boo. You just kind of roll with it. Just wing it. I really couldn't. It is what it is, y'all. So I had to roll with it like this. Yes, my YouTube still has all my lives. Yes, it should be caught up for the most part, because Facebook gets rid of your videos after 30 days. So I save everything over on YouTube. I probably have a ton of old videos I need to load up there. I need a secretary, y'all. Okay, so now we're gonna do our checks here, okay? Let me think about this for a minute. What am I doing? I need a pencil. Hold on. How are we gonna do this, y'all? We think about this long and hard. The current season, nice. Virgin River first came out on camera. Yeah, I love it. I'm loving it. Have you ever redid an old? Yes, I have, Nancy. Not on a live. I did that a long, long time ago before when I was afraid to go live. Is there anywhere to get like a sport rub-on picture like you use when I want a big arrowhead one for the Chiefs football team. Amazon, or not Amazon, Google, and then just print it out and decoupage it on there. Thank you, Deborah. That's what I would do. Laura, these are on Jimmy Crystal. You can do exclamation point link. Go to my link tree. It'll drop you a link to my link tree. Scroll down on my link tree to the Jimmy Crystals. And they named these glasses after me. They're called the Kathy, because they know these are my favorite. I wear them all the time. You can, Lisa, you'll be my secretary, and just search Kathy and these glasses will come up. The red, yep. Okay, so now we have to do our checked in the middle. It's going to be a little trickier, majickier. I don't know what to do. Do I start in the middle? Probably. So I think I'm going to stand up. I'm going to use maybe something that's like, I want them to be bigger, like bigger squares. I don't know. I haven't watched The Dressmaker. Going to see, oh my God, I love CeCe Winan. All right, so I'm just going to wing it, y'all. Just going to do like a line here. Okay. We're going to do a line here. Now, do you go up? Because you go with the curve. So do I go down or do I go up? I think I'm going to go this way. let's see. Let's just get one line on here. Okay. Now for the next one, I don't want them to be that big. I think I want them to be like just a nice size square. So we're gonna go here. To God, they're straight. I know, you have to stand up. That's why I'm like standing up looking down. Hi, Kay. So then we're gonna do this one. I mean, here it is. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Now I just have to get that same measurement, right? Do I want to use like a little sticky? Is that the right? No, that's not the right size. I'm trying to find something that's got like a thickness of that. No, it's too thick. What can I use, y'all? I need something. Hey, what about this? Let's just make a template. Oh, look at that. All right. So then I kind of know that this one's going to be here. Okay. That's going to be. Okay. Here. And these I think I'm gonna mark off with like my Posca pen. Got to be, it doesn't have to be an even count because I'm not, it'll be fine. I mean, it has to be even. If you're doing like something rounded, yes. If you're doing a pie plate, but for this, I'm just winging it. Okay. And then we got to move this way. And then once I get my lines on here, then I can mark them off with my Posca pen. I think one more. Okay. And if it's not right, then you know what? I'm only human, and it's going to be better than what it looked like here. Okay, so now I'm going to take my little pen, my Posca pen, and I'm going to mark off those grids, okay? And I'm going to use my smaller Posca pen that I did before, and then I'm going to fill it in with the, shiny paint. Oh, Lord. I guess I'm just going to stand up again because I feel like it's going to be better. This is going to give me a bigger line to work with. I'm so sorry you guys are seeing this so weird. And I'm just going to use probably like my fine tip brush, my flat tipped brush. And then we'll see how it looks. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect, y'all. It's better than what it was, and that's the most important part. And we created something new. Remember, this was headed for a landfill, y'all, and we're gonna give it new life. Somebody's gonna buy this in the auction, and they're gonna hang it up on their home, and we saved something from being junked into a landfill. Okay? Right? I think it looks okay. What do you think? I mean, it's not perfect, but you get my drift. Okay, I like to do a pencil first. That way if you have to erase something, you can. I just put my paint brush. I think I might need a smaller paintbrush than this, but you still want to use like a nice flat tipped brush. Might use this one for the smaller things. Okay, so now we're going to start painting. And literally, I probably should do this because I know me. You just pick a spot. So you're going to go every other. So black, black, black. See? And you want to mark what you're painting, because if you don't, and you guys have seen me, I don't know what is up with my ring light. Might does that. Don't think, oh, I've got this, because you probably don't. So when it's something like this, you wouldn't think how easy it is to mark the wrong thing. But when you get going, before you know it, you're like, what am I doing? And you guys are all yelling at me in the comments, and I'm not even looking, and before you know it, I painted something that shouldn't have been painted. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take my brush. And I'm sorry, this is kind of like the boring part where, you know, we just sit here and chat. Have you tried the friction pens that you can erase? Yes, I do have some of those actually. My friend Rima told me about those. Those are actually pretty amazing. I have them here. They're over there somewhere. Now my paintbrush lines are going this way, so it's easier to go up and down. I am seeing. And there we have our first little check done. So then I'm going to move on to the next one. You definitely don't want to be painting checks if you drank too much coffee and your hands are a little shaky, because boy, it's hard to paint inside the lines if you're a little jittery. And I want this to be, not trying to be perfect, but I'm trying to get it to look really good. Second one. It's gonna be cute. And we are gonna add some polka dots on the stripe ones. I'm thinking we're gonna add some like gold polka dots, varying polka dots. Then we're gonna add our water slides from European Excellency. And we're gonna add, of course, bling. What is going on? Do you guys hear those birds outside my window? Maybe they're building a nest in my eaves or something, because I hear a whole lot of flapping going on. I swear to God, if they're building a nest right outside my window, or they're somehow getting into my attic, I will freak out. I hear flapping and fluttering. But I do have a big spotlight right above my garage door out there that maybe they're making a nest in. So see, you're just doing every other one. Yeah, you can find those on Amazon, the friction pens, for sure. They're actually pencils. Or no, they're pens. And then you can like draw with them and then like set your template. And then when you're done and you're ready to paint, all you do is heat it with the heat gun and the ink disappears. Pretty cool. See how we're chugging right along? I know, I like polka dots too. I like polka dots. Okay. I'm sorry this is so like tedious, but there's no hard way. There's no easy way to finish it. You just got to take the time to do it. For me, it's kind of like therapeutic to sit up here, but I'd rather do it. I pretty much only craft when I'm live with you guys. I'll do like rhinestone work and all that by myself off camera, but for the most part, I pretty much saved all that for my crafting when I'm live. Now up here is where I'm probably going to have to pull out like a smaller brush, because as these checks get smaller towards the top and the bottom, it's going to be harder to get a bigger brush in unless you were going to make it sloppy. And I'm a fast painter, but I don't want it to look sloppy either. I'd rather push out a nice quality piece for y'all. And this is going to be super cute. What do you guys think about dark waxing this on the light and they won't build a nest there? Really? I don't know. It's somewhere out there. I can hear it. It's either in the roof line somewhere, or they're... I'm gonna have to go out there and look, because I've never noticed that before, but my window's open and I can hear them fluttering in something. I think I'm gonna do this way on this one. Some are saying dark wax, some are saying no dark wax. You do this big piece here, I could do that. It's just where they get the corners with the bigger brush are harder for me. Yep. See, that one went right with the curve of the middle. How's that look? Still looks pretty good. And now for this little one, I'm going to use that smaller brush. You love balloons? I like balloons. I've just never been in a hot air balloon. When the kids were little, my ex-husband and I used to take them to, they had a local winery that did hot air balloon like events every year. They still do it probably. And it was a sight to behold. It sure is beautiful. I wouldn't mind like going in one. I just don't want it to leave the ground. I think it'd be cool. I would like to see how they operate, but no, keep bright and crisp. That's what I was thinking. You guys know me. I usually don't do like bright white anything, but there's a part of me that feels like sometimes, I guess we'll see. We'll get the transfers put on it. But I think hot air balloons typically are more bright and colorful. So I almost took some European Excellency napkins and did this on here, but I thought, I love the shape of the balloons and how they had the stripes already added. So I was like, let me just work with what I have here rather than... Now, if they were flat, I probably would have decoupaged a napkin on there. But for this one, I kept it. Now this is gonna, I might even need a smaller brush. I think I actually need a smaller brush for these little bitty things up here. They are bright. No dark wax. I think everybody's saying no dark wax. I guess we'll see. Just never know. I want to get the transfers put on first and see what kind of vibe it's giving me. Okay, so see, there's the top all done. Did I screw that up? Something looks weird with it. See, even though I had it marked, I still screwed it up. Maybe I need to do. There we go. Now I got it. See, that looked weird. Now it looks okay. All right, so now I'm going to go back to my bigger brush. Hi, Editor, dark wax. Oh, Linda, that sounds fun. I think it is personal preferences. And you guys could probably find something similar to this. I bet you could find one on Temu, just hot air balloon. Amazon probably might have some hot air balloon wall art. You can probably even take like a print, like a canvas print of a hot air balloon and do your thing to it. If you can't find like a metal wall art one. You know how we take artwork and refab it, like my beach girl. You can do just about anything with canvas prints. I love repainting canvas prints. Okay. Almost done, I swear, y'all. And as soon as I'm done painting these checks, we'll pick another winner for my book giveaway. I'll sign another book. My hot pink Sharpie. Hot pink Sharpie would have been fun on here too, right? You could have done like a hot pink balloon or diamond dust. There's so much you can do. I was going for more classic. Until they go on. I know he does. Mike ever say how talented you are? Mike's one of my biggest fans, yes. Sometimes he doesn't get my art, but if you guys get my book, you'll see the little excerpt I wrote him. Like, he knows. I think he knows. He probably wishes I was on top of being a good artist, he probably wishes I was a good, like, organizer, because like he came in here the other day and he's like, what is going on in your craft room in your office? I'm like, I know, I need storage. I need, if I had it my way, I would have both of these rooms like completely emptied, which I still might do it, and just worked over in a way that fits better. But you know, when I started going live, never in a million years did I think funky junk would be what it became. In a gajillion years did I ever think that, you know. Donate it as watch. Oh my gosh, I never thought of that before, but that's so funny, because what if, I mean, I shop at my local, I mean, I know I have a lot of like local people that follow me, so wouldn't that be too funny? I would hope that they would let me know and be like, yo, I donated that hot air balloon to the Goodwill. But it's funny because, you know, you think like for having 250,000 followers, it's a lot, but I could still go places and nobody knows who I am. The other day, me and Mike were at dinner and I had rhinestone tennis shoes on, and some woman walked past me and she was like, oh my God, I love your shoes. And I was like, thank you. And I'm not really one to like, oh, thank you, that's part of my brand, you know, do those kind of things. And Mike's like, he started laughing. I'm like, what's so funny? He's like, if only she knew who you were. I'm like, yeah, but not everybody knows who I am. It's kind of funny. I have had people come up who recognize me, but it's kind of funny. Can't wait for the finish. I know, me too. It's always like the finish, like that's when it starts to get good. That's when stories are born. How many of you guys that got my book like read through it and go, oh yeah, I remember that? Or there's stories in there you never even heard of. There are a couple stories in there from my private group that I even threw those in there. So some of those might be for the first time for some of you all that you've never seen before. Okay, now we're getting down to these little tiny ones, and this is where it gets a little bit tricky. You gotta have a steady hand, gotta have a nice clean brush. Get nervous, this is looking so good. My nose is starting to run. Let's see. Couple more, I think, for these ones down at the very bottom. I'm gonna have to go and do even my smaller brush. Because this one has some flyaway hairs. Be careful not to get in there. Okay. Let's get to read the stories. Ah, Tanya. Yeah, I think most of them are kid friendly, but there's just a couple. And like I said, there's no swear words, but there's a couple references in there to Fancy and Fonzie's upside down pineapple, Ziggy the turtle. Okay, guys, I'm gonna put some black paint where I got white paint at. Okay, got some white paint there and right there. So I'm just gonna touch that up. Okay. I know, I'm gonna dry them before I stick my fingers all over them. Especially because I just got done painting them. I think it looks good though. Well, I can't, what the hell is that? I can't say that I actually like, I mean, I wrote the book, I wrote the stories, but here's the thing, guys. Those stories, like you'll see in my little acknowledgement in the front of the book. Well, I'm not going to tell everybody. You guys got to get the book to find out. But that was all like it was like, almost felt like a collaboration because those stories came to life with all of us making references, and that's what I put in the book excerpt. The checks, mate. Did you put the book to yourself? Nope, I did it myself. I did it myself. Look at how good. Now, see, if I had to say anything, these should probably have been angled down some, not straight across, but you know what? It is what it is. It looks cute. All right, so now I'm still debating. Do I paint the baskets black? Because these are the water slides from Essential Stencil that we are going to use. Yeah, you could definitely do all color different balloons. I didn't want to. And I know which ones I want to use. Okay. I just don't know. Hey, Beverly, I just don't know. Yeah. And hi, Tammy. Okay. I don't know if I want to keep these white. You guys tell me white with these. I don't even know if you're going to see because a lot of these are probably going to get cut off. But I want to use these florally ones. These are water transfers from European Excellency. And as you can see, it's probably not even going to need the green. I'm probably going to end up sanding a lot of this off. But these are great little transfers. And you know what I realized? I don't have my squirt bottle in here. I'm going to have to go get it. It's in my office. See, I'm going to put that there. I think I'll leave the baskets white. Thank you, Tanya. Hey, Tammy. All right, I'm going to go get my squirt bottle. I had to mist my hair this morning. Okay. I need light background. That's what I was thinking. So, excuse me, I'm going to, now these are water transfers. So you just flip them on like this. You take the clear plastic off and then you put it down. Now this is a textured like basket. It looks like, you know, weave. So, but I'm just going to press this into here. You keep getting it wet. Okay. And I'm hoping you just keep working it. Keep getting it wet. Now, I've only done this on like slick surfaces, so I don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to figure it out together. Ah, it's working. And then you slide it off the paper. Now, here's the thing. We could wrap that around to the side since it just fell over there. And then for that little extra leftover part, I think I'm just going to take like my sander and just pick it off. Yep, work like a champ. You just press that transfer down into your design. And I just wrapped it around. I just let it go. I was thinking I was going to originally cut it all, but it's fine that it cascades over onto the sides. And look at how stinking cute. And then I am going to dry it. And then we'll have to seal everything. Look at how pretty. I'm so excited. See it? I just wrapped it around the side. It's like a little flower balloon. They work on anything, says Lisa. Yeah, apparently they do. I love it. Look at how cute. Okay, so now we're going to do the middle one. And I'm going to use the same. I'm going to use this one. Actually, I'm going to use this one in the middle. And I'm going to use the exact same one we did here on the other side. So this one, I'm going to do this one for the middle. And these are the water transfers from European Excellency, and these are called Be Mine. They're little, there's all of them together. Little flowers, little quotes. And you just want to cut any excess off. So I'm basically I'm going to go right around the flower. I don't have a big area to work with. We can wrap some stuff around if we have to. Take all that excess off. Just fussy cut it a little bit. It's going on a white background. It's even better. Okay. So now I am going to cut this top off here because I don't need it. So I am going to cut that right there and cut that off. Jeez, Louise. Stuff's sliding all over the place. I wonder if you can put one on your skin like a tattoo. You guys want to try it at the end of this video because you know I will. And I think I'm going to cut down the bottom. I don't mind so much coming over on the sides. I don't know if I want on the top and the bottom. Okay. So now same thing. We're going to peel that protective layer off. It's a clear sheet. And these are sticky. And then I'm just going to press that down right there. And then you just get it wet. think the more you let it soak in and saturate the transfer, that's when this paper backing is able to slide off. And you just keep spraying it, letting that water all soupy in there. And then you'll know when it's ready because you could start to slide that paper off. And you want to slide it off. You don't want to lift it up. I think that helps. And then I'm just going to press it into the weave of that basket. And then you want to just gently dab any water. Gently dab. And you can find these, if you're watching on the Funky Junk page, you can find these by typing in !transfer. I'm just pushing out any air bubbles you might have. Squeegee, it's kind of like you're squeegeeing that water out. And look at how good that looks. See? Got nice springy things. And then the last but not least one, we got to do our other one. I think we're done with our brushes. Do you sell them? European Excellency sells them. I do have an affiliate with them. You can do !transfer in the comments and it'll drop you a link. And they're called wet transfers, and this is the Be Mine. And then the next one we're going to do, like we did on the left one, we're going to do this one right here. And they are so much fun. You guys, that project I did last week, I did the Easter candle with water transfers. I have done, what else did I do this week? So much cool stuff that you can do with these water transfers. Last week, was it last week that I did that, Bunny? Don't remember. Yes, you have to seal them for sure, but I'm going to do that last. So this one, I'm going to do this one here. So I can go over the side a little bit. I'm going to put it around here. I'm going to cut any excess off. Let's see. Little leaf off right here. And we can make these fold around for sure. Okay. Peel off your backing. And wet transfers, Patricia, are this. They're sticky, where a rub-on transfer, you rub it on and then you peel the clear sheet off. Wet transfers, you are applying water to like this paper backing, and then you get it nice and saturated and wet, and then you slide that back out. It's almost like reverse decoupage, like reverse decoupaging, where transfers are on the plastic film and you're rubbing and then peeling. It's, I mean, they're similar, but it's just a different process. They both bring something unique to the table, and they're fun to use. They're different. They're super kid friendly. It's not as much work as like a rub-on transfer. It's kind of, you know, it's different. It's fun. It's just one more way that you can use to be creative. The bunny candle, and I thought I did one more. So now I'm gonna press down, remove that excess water. make sure it's all pressed into the design of the basket. And then you got to let them dry really good. We're going to hit that with some heat and let them dry. One seem better than the other. No, I think they both stand. I think how they go on, I think the difference is how they're applied. They both have the same kind of, you know, design meaning behind them. They're what they're used for. And then, but you need either, whether it be rub on or it be wet transfers, you got to seal everything. The European Excellency is the only one I know that has the water transfers. And they're fun because they're, and I mean, I can show you, I have a bunch of them. They come in so many different things. Like, look at how cute these are. These were for Easter. Little Easter bunnies. Look at these little birds. These are all water transfers, the wet transfers from European Excellency. I love, love, love these like vintage ephemera, vintage tiles. Look at these. I mean, you could put these like when you're scrapbooking. Here's more bunnies. How cute. And then I love this one. This was for Valentine's Day, like little love letters. And you could just add these little tiny things here and there and everywhere. And look at it. So see, that's up close. I stinking love it. Wet paint. Yes, it's laid on dried surface and sprayed with water. Yes. On the white parts of the balloons over here, I'm going to do polka dots. I'm going to do some polka dots. Black polka dots, or gold polka dots are going on the black over here. Gold polka dots are going on the white over here. I think I'm going to outline this with rhinestone chain. I don't know yet. But let's get this sealed, then we can add some bling. And then you know me, I will spend hours up here rhinestoning. I'll do a reel when I'm all finished with it. I do want to add some bling. Hey, you gotta pick another winner. I totally forgot to pick the second name in my book giveaway. Once Upon a Sparkle is out. You guys are gonna hear me talk about this a lot. I got my hot pink Sharpie marker. And I'm giving 3 giveaways today for the book. I'm going to sign it. There you go. My name, signature, and I'm going to scroll through the comments. And if you haven't ordered from me before and you're a brand new winner or purchaser, all you have to do is message me your mailing address because I need to know. So I'm going to scroll through some names and I'm just going to wing it. Good luck, everyone. Book is too stinking cute. Literally, I carry this around the house like I'm obsessed with it. I'm proud of it. Don't come at me because I already got coming at, I already had haters saying, oh, proud of yourself, aren't you? Like all snotty. And I was like, you're damn right. Okay, the second one is Lisa Furtado. Lisa Furtado. Lisa Furtado. Lisa Furtado, message me your mailing address so I could ship this out to you. Congratulations. Lisa Furtado. That was, I got one more to give away. Thank you. Yeah, I got one more to give away, you guys, so stay tuned. I'm going to be doing giveaways You love the checks but can't do it. Yes, you can, Karina. Yes, you can. I never thought I would either, but here I am checking away. All right, so this is super cute. Now we need to make sure that we seal it. I think what I'm going to do is use the glossy varnish by Pentart. I'm going to leave it black and white, y'all. This is a first. Write it down on the calendar. I never leave stuff bright white. Ever do I leave stuff bright white. I usually tone it down, but I think this looks really good. Yeah, paint inlays are totally different. Those are the ones that you put into wet paint. I have never done one of those. All right, so we do need to seal our transfers. So I'm going to I need new brushes, y'all. That's it. I washed some brushes, not all of them. I do need to get some more. This one. I did make my shirt, yes. Thank you. I know, right? Something to be proud of. Now I am using Pentart Clear Varnish. This is varnish I get from Pentart from the Decoupage Queen site on my link tree. It's super shiny and glossy. I love it because I like shiny, sparkly things. And I'm going to brush this on. Now the black paint is gloss enamel, so it's going to be shiny, but I'm going ahead and I'm varnishing it anyway because I want it to be protected. And I want the white. The white was just regular craft paint, so I want that to have a nice shine as well. So we're going to go ahead and seal everything. This stuff, if you guys use this stuff, you want to use it in like a well-ventilated area. It is highly stinky. I don't know that you'll be able to tell, but you see how wet and shiny that looks? It's so good. I love this stuff. All right, so now I'm going to do this balloon, and then I'll go ahead and do the baskets, and that's going to keep everything in here nice and shiny. And then we're going to add some bling. I don't know what kind of bling we're going to add yet from Totally Dazzled. I'm thinking maybe a little, what do you guys think? Do we do little like birds or little bumblebees somewhere? Or do we do like a dog, like he's hanging out in the basket, peeping from behind the basket? Like he accidentally jumped in one and it floated away while he was at the balloon festival. Do a little, I mean, Totally Dazzled's got some great bling. I've got lots of it left. Oh, thank you, Dawn. This I'm using gloss clear varnish gloss from Pentart. It's on my Decoupage Queen link in my link tree, but it's clear varnish. I love this stuff because it's so stinking shiny, and you don't get a lot of like brush marks with it. It's like a varnish. It's not. It doesn't have that white like Mod Podge effect. It's literally clear, durable. I love anything Pentart anyway. So the only thing though is it stinks. This is the stuff you put on if you're going to do fine line crackle. I think it's different than triple thick Duraclear. Don't get me wrong, I love me some triple thick Duraclear. This stuff, it's just different. That's got more of like a you know, like a clear, but I started recently using this and really loved it because it's just shiny and you don't get those like brush marks. You still get brush marks, but you don't get the streaks because this is just clear liquid varnish. But it does stink. Just my window's open. Be careful though, because I just ripped my transfer. But you know what? We're just going to go with it. I just kind of like slid my transfer. Probably there was some water underneath it. And I probably went over it one too many times. So be careful when you're doing that. But this is where I tell you guys, just roll with it. If you screw something up, if somebody's looking that hard, now see that one's doing the same thing. Oop, and that one too. So I'm going to leave. I'm not going to touch that one ever again. We'll let that dry. You can't really tell. It still looks good. Laying in the balloon, floating back out to sea. Larry! Should Larry be in the balloon? Oh my God, this is too funny. I feel a story coming on. We could totally put Larry the lobster. Now this one was the first one I did. I wonder if that one didn't get dry, but you really can't tell. It just looks a little, oops, sorry. I can't believe I'm one. I'm in shock. Lisa, congratulations. Oh, hello, Darlene. All right, so I'm going to dry this. I think sometimes it does take a little bit longer to dry, but it's hard to tell too because it's so glossy. It always looks wet. Helping in a basket would be cute. I can see a cute story with this one. I can too, Becky. Now, this did bubble a little bit, but you know what? I don't care. I don't kind of sweat the small stuff. It's got a little bit of a bubble to it, probably from the varnish. Maybe I was slopping it on too heavy. But it just kind of gives it a little, it gives it some flair. Yes, exactly, Dana. Let your transfers dry. Put a puppy or a bird. Just gonna keep drying. You know what would have been good on here too? Would have been crackle. Crackle would have worked. I didn't even think about that. Brenda, I just stick it in my brush tub and then I use Murphy's oil soap. How about Larry and the puppy together? It's too bad I didn't have a raccoon brooch because I would totally stick a raccoon like Romeo. I would do Romeo, Jolene, and Rosie. That would have been a good one. You won, Lisa. I'm sending you a book. Congratulations, my friend. Larry and the gang is taking a swinging vacation. Oh my God, Lou. See, this is how stories begin, people. A group of friends in the balloon. Larry, raccoon. Let's see. All right, so that's dry. Right down here a little bit. I'll show you guys where I made a boo-boo down here, but is what it is. I think I have a dog from Toy Dazzle. I don't know though. I think I do. I think a dog would be cute. Like I'd have to glue it from the back and have it just peeking up through here. Like, hey. I think a dog would be cute. All right, but first, before we do that, I do want to add in my polka dots. Look how cute. I do want to add in my polka dots, okay? So I pulled this out. Larry eating a waffle. I got waffle charms. I pulled this out. I like the size of this. I'm going to attempt. I don't know what gold to use, though. Here's the thing. Do I do gold paint? Guys, I keep going to the damn store, like Hobby Lobby, and I keep forgetting to get liquid gold. And I have like a bunch of liquid gold. Do you think I can get it open? Let's see if I could try to get this open. I mean, I have like 4 bottles of liquid gold, and for the life of me, I can't get it open. For the life of me, I mean, I'll even heat it up. I have like 3 full jars, and I can't open it. Hi, Noreen. And then it gets hot, and you can't open it when it's hot. Oh my God, I actually got it open. Holy cannoli. Holy shiitake mushrooms. Ah, it's halfway decent. Do you know how long I've been struggling to open that stupid bottle? I lost another one of my brothers. Oh, Bernice, I'm so sorry. Oops. Let's say a prayer for Bernice, everybody. All right. Here's what we're going to do. Hope I don't screw this up, because sometimes polka dots on like anything can be tricky majiggy. All right. I'm going to go in with my liquid gold. And that stuff is so strong. I feel like we need to shake it. Shit, that varnish is so powerful. It's the only thing I don't like about it. It's like in the back of your throat. Oh yeah, this is old. It's all like gross. I'm nervous about doing polka dots because I don't want to screw them up. I don't want it to be... And being that it's like on... Oh, look at me, I'm just winging it. And then what you could do is take a little brush, I'm assuming. But you gotta be careful because I don't want this to... run off. See what I'm doing? Just adding some polka dots. What if though, guys, instead of polka dots, what if instead of polka dots we did cabochons? Do you know what I'm saying? What about little gold cabochons? Rhinestones. Let's see what it looks like with some cabochons. I could probably get 2 on here and give it a 3D look. I don't have a dauber. But see, these I can't. I'm almost tempted to try the cabochons, because you guys know I like 3D things. Let me stand up and look at it from afar. I kind of like it. I think we're gonna do the cabochons. Let's just be different. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do though. I'm gonna get rid of that gold. You know how we get rid of liquid gold, people? How do we get rid of liquid gold, you say? Clear wax gets rid of liquid gold. Clear wax from good old Home Depot. Should work. And take this right off. And if it doesn't, which it's not going to, I'm just going to take black paint and just going to dot. Let's go right over it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I think the liquid gold is going to be too runny to do polka dots with. Wax removes it. Didn't remove it totally, so I'm just going to help. This is shiny. I won't have to reseal it. It's just going to cover that little blip up. let that dry. Start on this side. Okay. Okay, so I say let's do the cabochons. I just don't know where to put them. So I think I'm just gonna start and then I'll go in and I'll just, you know, make do with what I got here. And I'm thinking that we're just gonna go in with a little bit of hot glue because why not? And then I'm just gonna kind of stagger them. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? We're gonna stagger McJagger. I don't want to fill them up too much. I don't want to go maybe, you know, a couple inches apart. Like so. It's like 2 fingers. Like 2 fingers. The next one's going to be like right there. Paper towel is on wet paint. No, that's not wet. Oh, yes, it is. So like right here, 2 fingers. This just gives it a little flair. Paper. I'm trying to move your paper towel. You guys are so freaking funny. You're like, move it. Toto the puppy came to take him home, and that's a good idea. Like little Toto. Toto magenta. All right, so then like 2 fingers. This one's gonna go here. And then one more. I think I can fit one more like right there. Yeah. I think it's gonna be cute. Okay. So if I can do like 2 fingers, it's gonna go like right here. So I'm putting the gold cabochons on the black stripes on this balloon. And then this side, on this other set, I'm just gonna do like right in between. So I'm gonna stand up for this just so I can see. Like I want this one here. So they kind of look like they're staggered. Fifi wants to fly to France in a hot air balloon. Oh my God, we can make this about Fifi and Spot. That one should have gone up a little bit. Okay. I gotta plan this out better, y'all. We could put one up at the top up here. Why not? I mean, just do you. You know, I'm just here doing my thing. There is no right or wrong way when it comes to stuff like this. Alice and Friends from Alice in Wonderland. You could do that. I was trying to keep them staggered with that one, but it's you can't work it like that. You just kind of have to do your thing. Because it's not going to end up being right. So I just doing whatever. I think it kind of looks like something from Moulin Rouge-ish, you know? Okay. I think it looks good. I'm trying to keep it where like my 2 fingers are still doing it. I think I put more on this one, but I guess it doesn't matter. You can't really sweat the small stuff, you know? I'm gonna roll with it. See, we just made little dots. That's all. I think it's cute. What do you guys think? Little 3D dots. And then on this side, I'm gonna do the white stripes. Do you know what I mean? So we're gonna do the white stripes over here. So they're not the same as the other balloon. Now the middle balloon, what I wanna do is, The middle balloon, I want to, did you order from Amazon? What, Lou, did you find the hot air balloon? Now see, I have more on that, the other balloon, but that's okay. They don't have to match, y'all. They don't have to be the same. And I do get these little cabochons off of Amazon. Okay. Now this one I think is going to have to go here. And then I do want to put one at the bottom. I do want to put one at the top too. I mean, considering what this looked like when we started, it's better, right? No, your book. Yeah, you order my book from Amazon. You can do !book in the comments and the chat bot will drop you a link. Just burnt my finger on that one. I think it looks cute. All right, let's move along. Now we got to get our bling on. But this is what I had wanted to do. Now I was going to do polka dots, but you know what, y'all? I think polka dots just would have been too hard because this curves and it just wasn't, I didn't want it to be running off. Okay. You guys, it's too cute. It's just different. Kind of fun. And then on these, now these are too big to go on the checked because hypothetically I could, if they were a little bit smaller, more Pepe Le Pew. Yeah, like Fifi and Spot. Leslie, you could do, I mean, let's do it. Let's see what it looks like. Maybe I will do, but see, as we get down to here, it's not gonna, I was thinking about using big rhinestones. Maybe I'll do big rhinestones, but as you get down here, you're not going to be able to use these big cabochons down. But I mean, up here they look okay. Maybe up towards the top, I'll do rhinestones. Maybe I'll do cabochons up here. Because it actually doesn't look too bad. Maybe I'll do them up here. And then as we get down towards the bottom, I can do big rhinestones. See what this looks like, folks. Hang on. I know I'm making you wait. I won't do this on camera because it gets to be boring. Unless you guys wanted me to. Ellen says too busy. Huh. Ellen, how long have you been following me? Girl, you just gave me the go-ahead to do it. But down towards the bottom, or I could do like every other row, you know? Or please, as answering so much for a person on phone. Oh, that's kind of scary. Yeah, so see, after here, I don't like this. I think that gets to be too busy. But what if I just did like every other row and then did some rhinestones in between? Or actually, I would say do it here, here, and then this one, and move this one up to here. And then in between, shite, I really wanted to see that because I'm such a visual, like, learner, like, seer. I have to see it visually. Like, what if I did that? And then down here, stay, you jerk. Like that. What do you guys think? Gold rubbing buffaloes on the sides and squares. It would look pretty. I don't know if I love it. I don't know. I think I'm going to wait on those because I just don't know. I'm not feeling it. I think I like them over here. I don't know that I like them in the middle. But, all right, guys, we got to get, what are we going to put in here? We need some Totally Dazzled bling. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do next. I think rhinestones. I like the idea of rhinestones. I really like the way this looks. If anything, I could put like a big Totally Dazzled bling right in the center. Maybe that's what we need. It needs something staunch there. So maybe like this Totally Dazzled rhinestone there. Hold on. Let's see what we got. How about a... All right, now we need a little puppy. Let's see. I thought we had some dogs. I don't remember what category I stuck the dogs in. Let's see. I kind of like the idea of the dog. Okay. I just don't know where I put the dogs. I know I've got a bunch of dogs from Totally Dazzled. I just don't know where I actually put them. Because I have like all my bling in categories. This is birds and bugs. But I see a dog bone, but I don't see it in here. It's an owl. But look at, I've even got like the old checked, that would be cute. All right, let me, guys, we're gonna have to like dig here. You're gonna have to bear with me, I think. I know I have some dogs with Totally Dazzled pets. I don't know what freaking bin I stuck them in. I'm gonna, here's a squirrel, here's a fox. Why would that be in there? Yeah, I think one big rhinestone. No, Bobby, I'm not. They're all gone. Okay. Would be Christmas. Would be like a bunny rabbit. You know, I don't even know where I would have stuck them. I don't even know where they would be. Something in the center. I kind of like the idea of the dog like poking its head out, but I still think that we need like a big bougie piece like this. Like right in the center. Ooh, what about that one right in the center? Okay, it's got to be gold. I just realized that. I'm looking at silver. This is a bow. I don't know where, I might have to dig for the little dogs. I know I've got them in here. I just don't know what bucket they're in. Oh my God, I found the dog. Ah. Well, I found all the animals. Here's a dog. There's a dog. Here's a little kitty cat. Here's this little kitty cat. Now this is not totally dazzled, but it might work, but it's just a big blingy brooch, or this is totally dazzled and that would work. Ooh, I'm thinking this big bad boy right there. I'm thinking that's gotta be it. And then here's some kitty cats, totally dazzled. Here's another cat. Little kitty cat. Michelle, look at your post above, Michelle. A large LaFleur. Here in the center. The Wizard of Oz, yeah. I don't see your comment. Okay, I'm definitely doing this. I love that. And then do we want to put something behind the basket? Like I could totally put the little dog right there, or put the little dog back here. Like he'd be, oh my God, guys, I think I have to do it. Can I do it? I think I'd have to bend him though in a way. This I'm just going to hot glue on for now, but we are going to have to back him up with some what do you call it? I will back this up with some UV resin. Is that a Wicked sweatshirt? No. That's my logo. My girlfriend made a blanket for me. Okay. Might have to UV that on there right now. I kind of like the idea of the dog. And we could stick the kitty cat over here. Okay, dog and kitty cat. Or I have this one. Ooh, it's black and silver. I'm kind of digging it, but you don't really see the black cat. So let's go with the dog and the kitty cat. Or I have a little bulldog. Oh my God, guys, this is too funny. I have two bulldogs. I have a little schnauzer. Oh, I found all my animals. Oh my gosh, look at, I have a little wiener dog. I have Gus. It looks like Gus. Oh my gosh. It looks like Gustafer. Just don't know how to get them in there, you know, unless I stick them like that and just use UV epoxy like he's hanging out here. I don't know if I like this one, Gustafer. Gustafer's afraid of heights. I forgot I had that one. Isn't that so awesome? Totally dazzled. I hope they bring back the doggies and the kitties, because these are too fun. See all the fun you can have with these? Okay, I am going to use some UV epoxy. Fancy Nancy and Fred. Yeah, I'm going to use some UV epoxy on this. And you guys are going to see how well it works, because it's pretty amazing. You got to find out where it's going to stick. And then you're just going to give it a plug. And I'm just going to hit it with that. You get your little stick light. Make sure you get it everywhere. It's not sticking. See, some of these things just piss me off. Sometimes it doesn't. Put a dog on top as a lookout. That's a good idea. Oh, look, I got it to work. Sometimes you just gotta let that heat on there. No, the sweatshirt on the floor, the black one. That's not a sweatshirt. That's a, that'll be up at the next auction. That is a canvas tote. I'm telling you, I try to keep everything interesting, y'all. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Just hit it with your heat, with your little light, for about 30 seconds. It's gonna make sure that thing ain't coming off. And it dries clear. This is the UV resin. And then you just I just try to get it wherever it touches. And then, right. Here. All the Furry Friends Adventure and Toad too. Oh my God. I could totally put a Joe the Tacky Toad. Joe the Tacky Toad is becoming just as popular as Larry the Lobster in my stories. He's the villain. I've never really had a villain before. I mean, I have, but not one that keeps going back and forth. They keep showing up. Okay, that ain't going nowhere. See, it needed something in the middle there. I freaking love it. These ladies see everything, even on the floor. I know they do. They got good eyeballs. All right, so do you guys want this to be a story? I think we might have to since we got dogs involved. All right, so I'm using this dog from Totally Dazzled. Now, this is going to be tricky, I'm not going to lie, because here's how I want him to look. Like he's literally in the basket. I just want this to be able to not fall out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold him here. Okay. If you hang this on a wall, he's going to be hitting a little bit, but there ain't a whole lot you can do with that. So you guys want the dog in there. That's all we can do. We can't really, unless, do I make him hang out like this? Does he kind of look like that? Should I do that? Should I like literally like make him fall out? Or do I put him down here on the inside like he's just hanging out? But then you don't really see him all that well. Run it, put paws out too. Yep. It would actually fit better. Okay, just like this. So he's gonna go right here. And all I'm gonna do is use some of this epoxy, this resin. Resin on there. They escaped from the pound. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm digging it. They escaped from the pound. And they're off to the Chagrin Falls Hollow to smoke cigars with Romeo the raccoon. Okay, so that's not all that secure. So you want to try to give it some more. The great thing about UV resin is even if you pour it over your rhinestones, they're still going to sparkle. But you want to try to give it as much security as you can. So I've got it like on the black part, and I've also got it on the rhinestones. And I'm just going to try to tweak it, like especially back here, because I don't want him, literally I don't want him falling out. I mean, I want him on here. What's this dog's name, y'all? He needs a name. This can't be Spot. We already have a story on Spot. So what's this dog's name? The adventure aspect. Yeah, I think they're escaping from the pound. We can name the pound something fun. Like the pound, like it's owned by Joe the Tacky Toad. Goldie. Buddy. What kind of dog is this? It's a golden retriever. I like my words that rhyme, you know? Up, pup, and away. Oh, I love that. Up, pup, and away. Wait a minute. I have to write that down. See, that's so good. Up, pup, and away. Y'all. I gotta write it down. See, I'm writing things down. Up, pup, and away. Wait a minute. What if we name the balloon Up, Pup, and Away? And it's a magical balloon ride. It takes dogs to a magical place where they're free and happy. Oh, I don't want to make anybody cry in here, but I'm just thinking about our Sparkles friend who had our Sparkle chicken here who had just had to put her dog down this morning. Maybe we can make this one for her. This is the balloon ride for all the dogs that have passed, and it's called Up, Pup, and Away. And this is the balloon where all the dogs go to get to Rainbow Bridge. Kind of digging it. See, this is how my brain works. See, Up, Pup, and Away to the Rainbow Bridge. Y'all take a magical balloon ride. I don't want to make anybody cry, okay? But that's just kind of like where my brain went when I was thinking about it. Tucker's Traveling Adventures. Did you guys like that idea? As soon as I saw Up, Pup, and Away, I was like, that's the land of the fairies. I think they're going to the Rainbow Bridge. And they take the Up, Pup, and Away to get there. Can we put a cat in there too? Mackenzie, I think it's perfect. All right, guys. I don't know if I want to put a cat. Well, cats go to Rainbow Bridge, but this can be Up, Pup, and Away. Look at how stinking cute. It's a Rainbow Bridge ride. So you guys, I can't make this stuff up. Goldie for the gold on the dog and the balloons. That's a good idea. All right, guys, here's a little kitty. The kitty is going to go in the middle, and then I think I'm going to put the other dog, or maybe I'll put the dog. You're already crying. Dig the Rainbow Bridge. Yes, do you guys like it? Hi, Daryl. All right, so then we're going to put this little dude, like he's just sitting in here. Oh, I like this story too. I don't know if I should put the cat and the dog together in one little bucket. Or should I go get a different, should I get another pen? They're all gold. I don't know if I have another animal. I've got the black and white cat, and I've got another cat. I've got a bulldog. And I've got a yellow, I got a schnauzer, but it's silver. I think I'm just gonna do a cat. I'm gonna just put the kitty over here. like that. Okay, I'm just gonna glue this one on. I'll figure out where the dog goes next. I don't know if she's still even watching in here, but I don't want to, I'm not meaning to make her cry. I just kind of came to me after I saw the up, pup, and away. And we are dealing with a, you know, a hot air balloon. Goldie set sail to the golden sunset. I'm gonna have everybody crying in this one. How could something so whimsical end up being so sad? Up, 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 pup, and away. We need another air balloon sleekle. It's uplifting, yeah. Put them on different balloons. So this is the cat right here. Put the bulldog. I have a little tiny little dog. Oh, why is it moving? Sometimes it's hard to get these just right when you're doing UV resin. If you don't let that cure long enough. See, this is not working. Well, it kind of is, but it needs to be double duped. Either that or my pen light's dying. Zoe and the adventurous cat. Molly the mystery cat. Our pets go to heaven across it and they get there by riding. Yes! Why is he not sticking? Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna have to. This is where I gotta get a little creative because he's not wanting to stick here. And I need him to stick, and I don't want to get it all over my fingers either. I don't want to glue my fingers on there. I could put a rainbow over it. Why is that not wanting to? I wonder if my light's going dim. Gosh dang now. Hang on. Grab this one. Let me grab my big. Thinking maybe. I don't know why it doesn't want to. Gel. Gel, gosh dang nabbit. I'll make it work. Cat rescues the dog. I think we're gonna make this again. Usually I never have this problem with UV resin, so I am shocking that it's not gelling, but I don't have a whole lot to work with here. And I'm wondering, maybe it's my light. In a veterinary clinic. There you go. How many of you guys work in a veterinary clinic? Like, this is where it gets a little daunting when you're trying to, like, you know, make things stick and put them where they actually don't belong, but you're just kind of, you know. The balloons, Bobby, I got at the Goodwill. Goodwill. And see, sometimes you just got to master your craft, you know? This is what I try to tell you guys. I don't know if I'm even going to name these dogs. I'm going to kind of leave them open-ended, only because if this is a dog about, what does it say? A pup, up, pup, and away. It's the magical balloon ride that takes all of our loved pets to the rainbow bridge to wait for us to meet again. So how about we just leave it kind of open-ended? Then it could be anybody's dog or anybody's cat or anybody's fur baby. You know what I mean? Without voicing it, without a name. I just want it stuck on there good enough to where he's not going to come off. And literally, guys, he still got some movement. When I started this craft, I didn't think this is where we were going to go with it. Right? Did you guys see that coming? I didn't. What about fluff instead of up, pup? Up, pup, and away. I'll use the word fluff, like in a subtitle maybe. I can't tell if it's on there or not. I'm just gonna give it some more. Up, pup, and away. The fabulous furry adventure, afterlife adventure. Something like that. I think we did it, kids. There's the dog. There's the kitty. I think I got that on there okay. Man, I smell somebody cooking something. If my stepdaughter's probably down there cooking some masterpiece. She's making my mouth water. Smells divine. I smell like vodka pasta. Never saw this coming either, Debbie, but that's what makes the story so much fun. Do I put the little bulldog in there? Or, I mean, pets come in all different sizes, right? I could put him over here. This is like a little bulldog. I could do two because I have two bulldogs. I could do one. Oh my God, that smells so good in my house. I could do one here, or no, I don't like them up top. I don't know. I kind of like it just one on each side. I don't really have another. I have two bulldogs I could stick in there. The Adventure to the Rainbow Bridge. Where all the doggies feel good. Now, what do you guys think? Do I add the two in the middle? You guys see what I'm saying? Do I keep them in there? Do I have two in there? Way we go, the pup, pup, and away. Like they're twins. They're little, they got, you know. I don't know. I don't know if I like them in the middle. I think I got a kitty on one end. I got a dog on the other. I think I'm going to leave it at that for now. I think I'm going to leave him for that, like that for now. Because I feel like I don't want to, I mean, hell, I could put a bunch of dogs in there. I have a feeling there was a story, said Lisa. I got one more book to give away too, guys. Don't forget. Maybe one over here. I don't know. I'm going to play around with it. That's going to take me a minute, but you guys got the gist. There's our little story. I think I am going to paint this down here gold. And then I think I might even do some little decorative dots down here, some rhinestones. And then I still have to finish the rhinestone work on it. But isn't that so cute? There's our bling. There's our European Excellency. What a fun little story. It's a cute one. All right, I'll add them. And then we got our Totally Dazzled bling right here in the center. I think that looks phenomenal. I'm going to put some rhinestones. Linda says use them both. Okay. I'm going to charge my little pen because I wonder if that's why I wasn't really getting a whole lot of juice from that. I do have a parrot. I mean, I could put a parrot. I have a fish. I've got dolphins. Anyway, I think this turned out super stinking cute. I like it. We need to pick one more winner for my book giveaway. Okay. Lisa Furtado won the second one. Patricia Sasser won the first one. I'm going to sign it with my hot pink Sharpie. You guys can use !book. It'll take you to Amazon, or go to Amazon and search Once Upon a Sparkle. It is my book that I created of all the stories and crafts from 2025. Okay, there's my signature. I'm going to go through some comments. And so make sure you're sticking around. I'm going to swing back up, and then I just let it roll like the wheel. And the third book is going to Marcy Elliott Smith. Marcy Elliott Smith. Will you please message me your mailing address, and I'm going to send you some happy mail. I'm going to send you my book. Don't you worry, guys. I have like 6 more signed copies to give away that I'm going to be doing over the next course of this week. So please go. If you bought it, please go give me a review. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I'm going to look at my schedule. I have an appointment tomorrow at 1:30, so I think I'm going to come on Reba Rose in the morning. Because then Jack's got a lacrosse game tomorrow night. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little crafty craft today. And I will sit down tonight when I'm laying in bed watching my TV shows, and I'll put together a little story that'll go with it. Yes, congratulations to the winners. Make sure I have all your addresses, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. And until then, stay sparkly, my friend, and have a great rest of your Wednesday.